Hey everybody, Clay with ThorHammers.com, Eaglewood Studios. That's ThorHammers.com, www.thorhammers.com, or my YouTube channel is Eaglewood TC. So if you go on there, you can check out some of the stuff I'm going to talk about. Right now I just want to address really quickly, because the video runs quick, just a few of the questions about some of the different costs of the hammer and why they cost so much. So I'm going to try to run through these kind of quick to show you some of the different things. Basically, every time I create a hammer, it's a custom piece made for you. It's not one of these production models that they make a master, send it to China, they cast them out of whatever. It's a solid piece of material or whatever you want. I make it out of, depending on what I have available, but it's made custom for you. So I just want to run through some of those real quick and show you why. This one here is a piece that I have for a client. Basically, it's solid aluminum, okay, so the head weighs about 22 pounds. I have his company logo on it here. This one is going to get a battle-scarred look, which I really like, by the way. I mean, I like the shiny look, which I've been doing a lot of lately, but battle-scarred looks look great. So again, this is a custom logo. So I machined this from a solid block of aluminum, and then this has got the raised knotwork on it. I'm going to do I did his custom logo on both sides. I've got a couple more things I'm going to do to it, and then I have to attach the handle to it. This is the particular handle that he's going to be getting on this one. So yeah, so that's one right there. So that's a custom piece. That's for his company. Again, here's another one that I'm working on. What I've done is a lot of people, you know, I'm getting questions about the knotwork and everything on them. So what I've done is I've created this one where I have pockets in here in the hammer. So now what I can do is I have a couple different pieces of knotwork here. So this one is brass, this one's aluminum. So now what I can do is I can create whatever knotwork you want, or whatever engraving you want, or whatever, you know, you want your name in it, you want a particular thing in there. Now I can engrave that and put it in there, and you know, it just mounts right in there like that. So now I can really customize the hammer. So now if you say I want that hammer and I want that knotwork, now I can do that for you. And if you have particular knotwork that you want, send it to me, and if I can do it, I will put it in there for you. And again, we can do names, I can do whatever you want. This one actually has a steel cap on it too, and there's a reason for that. But anyway, that's another type, and I can customize this again however you want. This is a resin version. So this one, what I'll do is I have the mold, and then I've done this one in resin. The reason it looks rusty is because it's got metal powder in it. Okay, so this one actually has real metal powder in it, so that's why it's all rusted out. This one's a heavy one. The handle on this one is curly maple wood, which I turned on my lathe and then wrapped with leather and wire, metal wire, and this one actually has a piece of meteorite embedded in the bottom of it. So I got that one available. Again, this one here is one that I did years ago. This is one of the first ones that I've ever done. This is the old comic book style. And what I did with this one is I took and I put brass plate on it, and with these studs on it, and I engraved the Thor motto in there. And same on this side. And this particular one is signed by Stan Lee. Okay, so he signed a few of my pieces, so that's what this one is. So again, and a custom handle on it. This one here is actually solid aluminum again, machined from a solid block, has a solid aluminum handle that's welded into it. This one here actually has pieces of meteorite embedded in the sides of it. Okay, so it's Campo de Silio meteorite. So again, the theory behind, you know, the Mjolnir is it was made from Uru, the heart of a dying star. This is about as close as you're going to get, heart of a dying star. So that's this one, okay? That's the meteorite Mjolnir. Okay, I also can do them out of wood. This one is exotic hardwood. This is Bubinga, and the handle has a bunch of different exotic hardwoods on it. It's got some ebony, it's got some zebra wood, and again, I turn this on my lathe myself. I have a little lathe in the back, and I turn that myself and wrap it with leather. And this one is made for a particular bodybuilding competition called Kronos. That one's not in existence anymore. So this one I can actually get rid of that, and I can put a metal plate on there if I want. I can do whatever I want. I can embellish it however I want. So again, you can get them out of wood if you want. And this is all exotic hardwood, so it's not inexpensive. This one here is Thunderstrike. A lot of you might know that one. This is real chain on the bottom of it. This is a resin version. I've done them in metal and I can do them in metal again. But again, the handle is all custom. Each one of these pieces of leather I have to hand work and hand cut and sew, and you know, I have to sand them and get them to where you really can't tell where the seam is on them. Some of them you can, but again, this is all customized. So that's the Thunderstrike. That's available. Then I did another one here. This one I brought it in and did a real old antique looking handle on it. Looked like it's aged and beat up. And this one here, what's different about this one is, yeah, it's foam. Okay, I've had people pick this one up and kind of freaked them out because it's foam. So I can do the foam ones too. Do little ones. So again, this is a smaller version. If we look at the old Stan Lee one, so you can see the size difference on it. Okay, so I can do those too. So again, that's another option on there. And if I need to, I can do these in resin as well, so they're a little smaller. Another option I have is solid crystal. Yeah, solid crystal. It's solid leaded crystal. So again, see, leaded crystal. So those are nice. Difference with these is they're very not user friendly because I have to glue the handle in, because I can't go all the way in there and bolt it because you would see everything in there. So this one is basically strictly displayed. Okay. Then some of the handles that I do. Again, this one here, this is a resin version. I have these in bronze. And then here's another version where I'm wrapping it with leather in between the raised rings. And again, this is a resin version. This one is a resin version with metal powder in it, so when I polish it up, it'll look like it's all metal. But again, this is very time consuming because you have to wrap that leather in there and you have to cut it around each one of these little things and then get the seam smooth and everything on it. So this is very time consuming. So these handles take a little while to do. Okay. This particular one here is the only one I have. This one was done by Joe Strain. He is actually one of the whip makers in the Indiana Jones series. So he actually made this one for me, and it's the only one I got. It's pretty nice. I like it. I'm looking for the right hammer to put that one on. So again, if you want the Joe Strain handle, get a hold of me. My website, www.thorhammers.com, or Eaglewood TC is the YouTube. Go on there and check out all the videos. Here's some wooden ones. Again, turned on my lathe. This is nice. This is curly maple. Problem with this one was it had a big void in it. It had a big chunk in there. So what I did is I filled it with resin with all kinds of, I have mastodon tusk, I have woolly mammoth tusk, I have muskox horn, I got buffalo horn, I got some ivory in there, things like that, and I did a matrix on there and I filled it up. So now I've got this handle, which I can do some more to. I can turn it some more and do some more embellishments to it. So that one's available. Here's another one where I did that whole type of matrix. I did a bunch of different ones, and I took and I cut them out and stacked them all together and glued them all together and created this. This is fake ivory, so this is another type. Again, I use this sometimes stuff for for knife handles too as well. And then the stacked leather and aluminum handles that I do. Here's one that I've done that I'm working on. This one's a little bit different because it has brass and aluminum. The rings are different size, so you see portions of the brass and the aluminum. But the way these start out is like this. What I have to do is I have these washers that are wet, and I stack them, and then I put a washer, stack them, put a washer, stack them, put a washer. Well, when this starts out about this long, now I have to compress it down, and compress it down really tight so everything's really compressed, and then I let it dry for a week or two. Then I compress it some more and let it dry some more. And then I go through with the glue that I have and I glue it all down. Then I have to go through and grind all this stuff off on my knife sander, okay, so I can get it down smooth like that. Conventionally what happens though, a problem I had, and I encountered this with some of them, is as I compress this, the rings want to spin out of alignment because I start off they're all in line, but as I compress it they want to spin because of the pressure being put on there. So what I did is I had a client that wanted his rings in a line, so I had to figure out how to do it. So I made a jig and I made a thing to where now I can keep those in line. Thanks, Andrew. And anyway, those make it for a meatier handle, a big handle, so I make them a little bit fatter. So those are nice. So that's just a few of the things that I've got going on. Some of the options, there's all kinds of options. You can customize these however you want. Again, it's your hammer. Make it the way you want it. Tell me and I'll work on it and I'll make it the way you want it. Again, it's www.thorhammers.com and the YouTube is Eaglewood TC. YouTube, Eaglewood TC. So go on there, check out a lot of the videos. Obviously I've got things that are more than hammers. I've got the Eaglewood Studios there too, which the Eaglewood Sculpts, which I do some other things. So I'm going to walk through real quick and show you some of the other things that we have available. Okay? Again, here's the Predator, which you guys are familiar with that one, and I'm running out of time, so I got to go through quick. Body sculpture, that one's a Della Garcia. Here's some other body sculptures that I've done. There's my Predator masks up there. There's my Apocalypse Predator mask. There's it is again. This is my Mjolnir rock that I've done. This is from the Book of Eli. Right here, you can see this one from the Book of Eli. There's another from the World of Warcraft. You guys might recognize this one. This is from Chronicles of Riddick, and this is an actual solid bronze with Damascus steel, actual working knife. This isn't a toy. So there's all kinds of things there. There's a little dragon. Here's just some other body sculptures I've done. There's a big cross that I got going on. There's some more sculptures. There's just some other stuff there. So anyway, I'm about out of time here. So what I want to do is I want to thank you guys for being all such loyal customers and clients, and I just strive to keep you guys happy. Again, go to my website, www.thorhammers.com. Check out my YouTube video. Check out my Facebook page. Be glad to see you there. Shoot me an email and let's get your custom piece going. Okay, blessings all. Love you guys.